And what's up, guys? It's Jesse here, and today is skill level 1 on the skill level tree, and we will be learning about the top 10 tools that we will be using as beginners. Again, I'm not a beginner, but I'm gonna humble myself and I'm gonna start this mechanic journey all over again, and I'm gonna try to build all these skills together where my skills aren't all over the place. And I figured I would just document it on YouTube, and maybe some people will find it educational, and maybe some people will decide to join the journey with me and just kind of, relearn, tools and certain aspects of mechanics that maybe, we skimmed over or we missed, because there's still a lot of things that I don't know about mechanics. Despite of all the things I've done, there's still a lot I don't know, so I decided to humble myself and start this journey over. So this is the first video in my skill tree that I built for myself, and it's pretty much identifying 10 tools that we'll be using as beginners. So if you ask me why this is important, you say, Jesse, why is it important learning some tools and the names of the tools? Well, first off, we're going to avoid mistakes. So we'll be able to see and recognize the proper tools we need to use, right? Secondly, it's going to build confidence to know the tools for the job. And then the third one I would say is these tools that we learned today are going to cover 80 to 90% of all of the early jobs that we start working on once we advance in the skill tree. So this is pretty much ground zero. We mastered the tool identification, so we know the tools we're looking for and the tools we're using, and it should make the rest of the skill tree easier as we advance into, doing mechanics. So as I said in the prereqs, my advice to get started on this mechanical journey, as you see here, I got my 130 piece tool set that I purchased from Harbor Freight for $39.99. Has pretty much everything we need to start with. So the first tool we're going to identify is a combination wrench. This is a combination wrench. It is open on one end, closed on the other, and it's often used for bolts and nuts. And in most jobs, it'll be used for your battery terminals or the exhaust. This is pretty much going to be like the Swiss Army knife of the toolbox. Next up, we have the adjustable wrench. This is perfect when you cannot find that socket to fit that nut. Now, this is a very versatile tool, but it's not one to be used for torquing. So just remember that. And we have the good old hammer. And this is good for pretty much hammering. So if something doesn't want to move or give, you make it move or give. And that's pretty much it, yeah. And we have wire cutters. These are good for any time you need to cut a wire. And cars have plenty of wires that you will need to be cutting. And these right here, they cut very clean. Use with caution because you can pinch the sides of your hands with them. And right here we have a 3/8 extension. Anytime you have a bolt that you can't quite get to, that you need to reach, you just combine it with a socket and your ratchet, and you'll be good to go. Next up, you have a Phillips head and a flathead, and these are essential for removing interior pieces, battery terminals or other covers on the car. Definitely need to know these and the difference between them. Next up, we have pliers. These are great for hoses, cotter pins, pulling fuses, plugs, electrical plugs, and also they got snips on the side to cut wires. And you have. So next up is gonna be sockets. You see here socket. You have deep and shallow sockets. You have 6-point and 12 points, and these are, you put them with a socket wrench. It'll be the fastest way to spin, you know, a nut or bolt. Next up, you have a 3/8 drive ratchet, and you're going to combine this with a socket, and this is going to be your arm and wrist best friend. It's going to make jobs easy, and your wrists and arms will be thanking you. So, and as far as number 10 goes, number 10 would be a torque wrench. Seeing that as I do not own a torque wrench, I will not cover that in this video. But we will be purchasing a torque wrench, and we will be covering it in the skills coming up. So, guys, I hope that this helped you all out if you have never used tools before and you were wondering what certain tools did. I really hope it helped you out. I mean, as far as me, I kind of already knew it. I knew a lot of stuff, but, you know, getting ready to make this video required me to do some research, and through research, I learned some things. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video. I hope it was helpful. And be sure to, you know, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, and stay tuned for more content coming. And you can also follow me on TikTok with the same username as my YouTube handle. And I'll see you guys at skill level 2. And this is kind of where we start separating the tools I named off, and we kind of just start talking about, we go a little bit deeper on the tool and its function. And we're going to do that to about level 10, and then we'll start actually touching components on the car. So, until the next video, guys, y'all be good. I'll see y'all.